Tesla, I have a cool little time lapse here of Tesla's full self-driving FSD. And I believe this is the first time ever that or at least the least amount of user input on a trip from San Francisco to LA, with almost no input at all on the entire trip. It's a fairly significant trip. How long does that take? Is that about 4 hours, I believe? 4 hours in a car? SF to LA time. Drive time. 6 to 8 hours. I guess there's traffic involvement and other factors. Somebody right now is saying, I can make it faster, but anyway, it takes a while. Fairly significant trip, so it's meaningful that they were able to do it with almost limited input. And if you watch the time-lapse video, you can see there's pretty much no input along the way. There's a couple of rough moments, I guess.
Rough moments?
Well, there was a moment where there was some debris, and the driver took control of the wheel just kind of preemptively, not wanting to take the risk that the self-driving would be. And of course, this is sort of how the self-driving stuff is right now, is you've got to be near the wheel and ready to interact with it in case there's an issue. So what are you laughing at now?
I thought you meant like when the driver takes control, it's like off a cliff or something. It's like about to like go off the cliff or something. Something comical. That's what I was thinking.
Here we go again. Here we go again, Will. We're going to have a Willie Doo laugh session over here as he envisions a Model 3 going off a cliff, and it's the funniest thing he's ever imagined in his life.
Now you take control.
No, I think there was some debris on the road at some point during the time lapse, and he preemptively grabbed the wheel we don't know whether or not the full self-driving. He probably should have just went with it, but it's you're doing the test. You might have done the same thing. And apparently there's another section, some erratic lane behavior around San Francisco's Market Street. But otherwise, it made the trip, and it's pretty impressive. And you can imagine people who need to make these extended drives to have the full self-driving would be, of course, full self-driving. We're talking about off the highway. We're talking about everywhere.
Cool. Yeah.
Fully independent.
Very cool. I mean, that animation in the UI on the dash
is full self-driving, yeah.
Really cool.
The outlines of everything. Oh, yeah. I should also mention, though, Los Angeles to San Francisco, climate-wise, is optimal for full self-driving for LiDAR scanners because you have your conditions are pretty consistent.
Huh.
Right? As opposed to, look at the roads around here right now with all the slush and stuff on the roads, which could increase the complexity for these scanners and may yield different results. So just keep that in mind as well. This is kind of the optimal climate for this particular test.